Car makers do offer different kind of body type for practically the same car, and you see that quite often with Japanese car brands. For example, these two right here, we have the Toyota Vios Sedan and also the Toyota Vios Hatchback. And of course, Toyota calls that the Yaris. And this, by the way, is the Vios GRS. So how do you choose? When do you choose a sedan or when do you want a hatchback? So in order to help me help you choose, I've got someone here with me with a female perspective, something we don't have in the channel for a very long time now. So let's welcome Vicky.
Hi.
Hi Vicky. So first question, as a female driver, female car owner, which one would you pick?
I know most of the female driver would prefer a hatchback car, but I definitely will pick a sedan.
What? That's interesting. I expected you to pick the hatchback because it's smaller, easier to park, you know.
Well, everyone is different. That's why we are here to point out the differences for our viewers like you guys to decide better.
Correct. So here are 10 things to consider before you choose between a sedan or a hatchback. We're going to start with the obvious, which is the space. The sedan comes with a dedicated boot, so obviously it has got more space as compared to the hatchback.
That's the main reason that I would prefer a sedan, because I need space for my shoes, my heels, my gym bag, and yeah, many more.
Yeah, it's like your mobile house.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes sense because the capacity in here almost doubles what the hatchback has. Here, it has got 506 litres, while the hatchback only 286 litres. That makes the sedan the better airport run vehicle.
Another reason is because I would prefer to keep my stuff in a proper boot and lock it away. In the hatchback, things might be visible from the outside.
Correct. If you have larger things or you need to stack them up and remove the tonneau cover, you might just invite like smash and grab people. One of the huge advantages of the hatchback is this huge opening to its boot, which means you can load in tall, wide, and even long things into here quite easily.
As you can see, the boot opening is not as big, so if you have any item which is taller than this size, it will not be able to fit in.
Not only that, if your groceries happen to escape from your bags and go everywhere else, then you will have a tough time trying to get it out. Not only it is easily accessible from the rear, the passenger back here can also peek through to see what's back there and also easily reach in to grab what he or she wants. Not only that, if you have a pet, a dog or a cat, after a walk in the park and you don't want their paws to dirty your seats, you can put them back here and you can still see them from the rear view mirror. Hatchbacks are usually more flexible because you can always fold down the rear seats, and together with this huge opening, you can load in long big things easily.
But not all the sedans come with a folding rear seat. For the Vios GRS, G, and E variants, you get a 60/40 folding rear seat, except for the entry-level J.
The hatchback without a tail is definitely shorter, and in the case of the Yaris, it is shorter by about a foot. That's about 320 mm. And because the rear is almost flat, you can better gauge the distance when you're reversing. Speaking of which, it now leads us to the point, safety.
I feel a lot safer driving a sedan because the car behind me stays further away from my view. But in a hatchback, the body is short, so I feel like the car behind me is too close to my view, especially if it's a lorry.
In fact, if a sedan got rear-ended, it has got a large, long crumple zone to absorb the impact. But in the case of a hatchback, well, it already comes pre-crumpled. Well, at least it looks good. Personally, I think a hatchback looks better because it has that sporty look.
Perception-wise, I think you drive a hatchback, you look younger. It's also suitable for singles who don't need the space.
Yeah, when it comes to perception, it varies in countries or even cultures. In China, the longer the car is, the more prestigious it is. In India, if you own anything longer than 4 meters, you are a rich man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got to do with the tax system. And only in India, you see all these weird-looking sedans that's exceptionally short, just to avoid the higher taxes. The passengers in the sedan will experience a better NVH because basically back here, it is sealed and the boot is separated entirely from the cabin. While in the hatchback, with this openness into the boot area, the big opening at the back covered by the tailgate with rubber seal around, it may not be exactly quiet.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that would make a difference.
Yeah. The wheel noise from the wheel arch, the realness of the rear will sort of like come to you directly. But passengers back here will get that extra headroom because of how the roof is raised up to meet the tailgate at the back. So that's good.
Okay.
The driver can actually tell the difference between driving a sedan and a hatchback because hatchbacks are generally nicer to drive. It is more fun because it just handles better. But in our case, the Vios GRS would handle better than this, but that's besides the point, right? Now, the Yaris is lighter, but not by much. It's only about 10 kilograms lighter. But it's because it's shorter and it's got lesser rear overhang to manage, then the drive just becomes a lot tighter.
Now, the most important point. Since the hatchback is smaller, I assume it will be cheaper?
Yeah, I guess because it uses less material to build it. If you compare it apple to apple between Yaris G and the Vios G, it is 3,000 ringgit cheaper. Of course, you don't compare it with the Vios GRS lah. So, sedan or hatchback, which one is for you?
Well, if you are someone like me who really appreciate the extra space, sense of security, safety, then you should consider a sedan.
But if you want to look young, youthful, sporty and looking good, just like myself, and you appreciate the driving experience, then just go for the hatchback.
We hope we are able to help you to make a decision based on the point that we mentioned just now.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the decision is all yours. What's more important is, go check out these cars at the showrooms, experience it and take them out for a spin. And if you want to find out more about these cars, just log on to AutoBuzz.my. I hope you guys like this episode. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Share it to your friends and family who have difficulty making a decision. And also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the logo or the subscribe button below. And please remember to turn on the notification bell to receive updates whenever we upload a new video. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you.
Ciao.